me from the side, okay? So if you're seeing me from the front, you're in the studio version. If you're seeing me from the side, you're in the you're in the vertical mobile section, okay? So there we are. We are live with the other one as well. So again, if you are just now getting in here and you can see me facing you like I am right now, I appreciate you guys all being here. Don't forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're following all the platforms you see that may be streaming down here. I know you guys are like, Ty, what are you talking about? I see some of y'all in the mobile version. I see you, me. I see you in there. But once I get this part right here set up, guys, we can ready to go right into the subject. A lot of times I like to just kind of filibuster anyway, as you guys always know. I like to just kind of lollygag a little bit, give about a good 3 minutes before we get into the subject. That allows me to shout people out who are here in the live stream right now as we speak. And I do see quite a bit of you guys in here. I see me 2 times. Carol Rasmussen, Mike Mason, Trophy Murphy, Mama Carol is in the house. Cat Loves Labs is in the house. Tijuana Border Jumper. What the heck? Todaysium is in the house. Tijuana Border Jumper. Joel Simmons is in the house. Paco 29 is in the house. Paco, are you Paco that's married to Debbie? April is in the house. Brenda's in the house. OCD says welcome. What's up? What's going on? COD. But as far as StreamYard or people seeing me live in the regular version, I see Jeanette Hibbert is in the house here. So guys, let me go ahead and get y'all a little bit. Let me get y'all a little bit further. Get you a little bit further out of my face. Yeah, see that? See that lovely house? Yeah, I ain't about to see where I live at. Yeah, I ain't about to give that away. Yeah, I've had people do that depending on what home I'm in. If I go to a certain home, people look through the windows like, I know where that guy lives. I think that's him. I saw him recording. Yeah. So anyway, appreciate you guys all being here again. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all do not know, this subject that we're getting ready to talk about is in regards to Karmelo Anthony. He's a young man that allegedly stabbed another young man in the heart at a track meet, okay? He stabbed another young man in the heart at a track meet. Can you guys hear me pretty good in the studio version? He stabbed a young man in the heart, and unfortunately, the young man lost his life, right? Yeah. So just a way to protect yourself. You got to get a fake background. Get a fake background. You can record anywhere in any place. Nobody knows where you live. Unlike some of these idiots around, depending on if I'm in Florida, Illinois, Tennessee, Kansas, Missouri, people just see you recording. Oh, that's that one guy there. Come by the house with the phones out and everything like that. Oh, Ty, I know where you live at because I seen, you know what, that I seen the background in the house and da. Some of y'all are crazy. All right, glad to let you know that you can hear me fine. Okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to the channel. So this is about Kyle Rittenhouse versus, I don't know why there even had to be like a comparison of him versus Karmelo Anthony. And if y'all don't know, Karmelo Anthony is a young man. He's a young black man. And guys, this did happen. They were at a track meet. All types of different stories come out about what happened, what didn't happen. But long story short, he was underneath the canopy. Apparently, and a friend invited him there. They don't know if it was because of the weather, it was rainy, windy, whatever the case may be. Supposedly, a friend who was on the opposite track team of Karmelo Anthony invited Karmelo Anthony to come over there. Karmelo Anthony went over there, went into this tent. While in the tent, one of the twin brothers had an issue apparently with Karmelo Anthony being under there. Words were exchanged. Testosterone rose up. Karmelo told the guy, touch me and see what happens. Lindy Vaughn, appreciate it. That's what happened. He said, touch me. The young man, Karmelo Anthony, said, touch me and see what happened. Whatever happened after that, they said, then Karmelo Anthony said, punch me and see what happens. They said that the guy grabbed Karmelo Anthony, and while he was grabbing him, took a knife to the chest. Once he did that, the dude grabbed his chest. The young man grabbed his chest. Karmelo Anthony ran off according to some reports. Y'all don't have to believe me on this, okay? But what I can do, I can pull up the Karmelo Anthony. And if you on the mobile version, you won't be able to see this screen. You have to go over to the studio version. the police report, okay? So I'll probably share this screen with a lot of folks, but it doesn't matter. I'll read this off to you guys, okay? Okay. So if y'all want to take heed to this so we can go through it, we'll go through it, okay? To those of you who are watching me on the studio version, you're going to be able to see the share screen version of it. Unless I took this phone and flipped it around to where you guys can see it as well, but I think y'all would rather see me, I don't know, talking about it and everything, right? So those that are on studio version, let me see how I can make this look a little different. Y'all can't see that, can y'all? Okay, those of you that are watching it from the studio version, you can see this in its entirety like this, right? Now, right here, for those of you that are listening right here, this right here says, on April 2nd, 2025, 1,000 hours, I, Staley, blah, 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 heard over the radio dispatch call out stabbing call to David, blah, blah, stadium. Says the suspect was reported as wearing a black, was reported as being black, wearing a gray hoodie, blue sweatpants. I immediately left the office and ran across the stadium, to Staley Middle parking. As I returned to the stadium, 2 high school age students informed me that the victim was on the north end of the stadium by the bleachers under the Memorial High School tent. I did not identify these students. Next, I proceeded towards the north portion of the stadium. As I got closer to the north end, all I could see was the Memorial High School tent, multiple individuals under the tent. Once I arrived into the north side bleachers, an adult male who was on the track pointed out the suspect. I was not able to identify that witness. The individual that was pointed out to me was a black male wearing a gray hooded sweater, dark colored Nike pants. The suspect at this point was on the track north end. There was a chain link fence that separated me from the suspect. I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. I asked him if he had any weapons. He said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence, and I did not locate any on his person. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied, towards the area where there was an opening in the fence that led to off the track. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said he put his hands on me. I then detained the suspect in handcuffs, handcuffed him behind his back. I had him sit down on the ground. Officer Riki, after gave me my consent, no weapons were located. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that I had the alleged suspect. The suspect then responded and says, I'm not alleged. I did it. So he confessed to actually stabbing him. Okay. Y'all follow me on this? Okay. I searched his person once again and had him sit in the back seat area of the driver's seat of the patrol vehicle. While the suspect was in the back seat, I noticed fresh blood on his left middle finger. I verbally acknowledged that I saw the blood out loud so that it would be captured on my body-worn camera. It should be also noted that the suspect asked me, is he going to be okay? While he was in the back seat. This is what this is the report right here. So the reason why I want you guys to kind of listen to this right now, because I want you to get an idea of how all this stuff was being drawn up and pretty much how all of it was going down and what was being said, because this can be something they can bring in court to show, that he's showing concern or he's showing remorse for what he did. I'm just telling y'all, okay? Again, it said the suspect said, I'm not alleged. He said, I did it, which was, that's what he said. This says, I then identified the suspect. He provided his name and date of birth verbally as Karmelo Anthony with the date of birth. They didn't show this, which I ran through FSB dispatch. Officer J. Hancock arrived on the scene and remained with me and the suspect at this point. Karmelo was then checked via school database to also confirm his identity. The identifying information he provided matched the individual I had in custody. Next, I was advised by Sergeant Holland to transport the suspect to the Frisco PD jail. Officer Hancock and I transported him to the FPD jail. Again, I did not question Karmelo about the incident. Upon arriving at the Frisco jail, Karmelo was escorted an intake area. Jail changed him out into jail attire. I remained with the jail staff and the entire time before it changed over. The clothes that Karmelo was wearing was placed in the FPD paper evidence bag. The clothes remained in my possession from this point on. Upon Karmelo being placed into jail, I continued to keep possession of his clothes. I returned to my patrol car along with Officer Hancock, which was FBT Sally Port. Blah, 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 blah. And so some of this stuff they're saying is not relevant right now. Some of this other stuff, he talking about how he went back to his car, did this, da 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 da. Okay. When I arrived on the scene, I approached the track and field area and saw Officer Cortez kneeling next to a black male wearing a gray hooded sweater. This is somebody else. They just pretty much telling their account on what they seen with Karmelo, guys. It's a lot of information right here, but a lot of them are saying the same thing. Okay. Now, he said he responded to a reported stabbing located at this street. The original call from the Central High School athletic trainers were on the site providing care to the victim. The notes also indicated that the suspect was a black male with a goatee, short hair, wearing Centennial gear. I arrived at the scene at approximately 1006 hours. When I arrived on the scene, I grabbed a roll of crime tape, pretty much put the tape up around the bleachers. While I was walking towards the bleachers, I was approached by a witness who identified himself as, then they scratched the name out, began telling me what happened. As I asked him where the stabbing occurred, advised it happened under the Memorial High School pop-up tent in the visitor bleachers, I immediately informed Sergeant Otis where the witness stated the stabbing occurred, and he gave him the crime scene tape to start securing the crime scene. Then I had this person to walk the walkway under the visitors bleachers and ran to further speak with me. This is some strange writing. The following is a summary of the contact. So this is a whole lot of writing. Now, here's the deal, though. What they're saying with a lot of this is that it came out that there was some shape, form, or fashion of some sort of body cam, which kind of got me like, wait a minute, what? Where's the body cam? Now, I want to also say this too. It's being alleged that there's body cam, and it's also been alleged that a lot of these students, y'all know what era we live in right now, it's been alleged that a lot of these students got phone footage, but for some odd reason, a lot of them are being really heavily told not to like distribute it. They've been told not to do anything. Some of these, so y'all, this can all be fake. Some of these so-called students also are saying that stuff happened weird with their phone. So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to keep it 100% real with y'all. This is going to be one of those cases where I'm just going to keep it real. We can make all sorts of assumptions. We can say that the boy was out of his mind. We can say he started something. What we can go based off of really right now is going to be witnesses that were there. The so-called footage. They literally said they had body cam. I don't know what happened to it. Why we can't see that. And also anyone that had a phone there. I myself am not going to come out and say that Karmelo Anthony is this typical thugged out black guy that did this. I'm not going to say that the white dude, the twin brother who was telling him to get out of the tent and all that, I'm not going to say he was being racist. That's not what this is absolutely 100% about right now, in my opinion, at all. It's not about that. The media can take this thing and paint it all sorts of ways. But when it come down to it, let's keep it real. You don't know. You don't know. I don't know. But those people that were there are going to be the main people to know. They are going to, the media can paint this in a way to make Karmelo seem very, very, very innocent. They can paint it in a way to where they can make it seem like the twin brother was being the R word. Y'all already know. Let's just keep it real. Then you're going to have it to where, let's keep it real. I told y'all, this is why I let y'all know I'm not for the right. I'm not for the left. I'm for me, my own thinking. Then you're going to have it to where a lot of people who are on the far right, look what's going on. This thug, he's getting away with murder. He's getting away. They're going to absolutely try to do it that way. But when it comes down to it, we do not know. Now, what is interesting is that people have come to me, and I've had folks talk to me saying, look what happened. This boy can stab somebody, kill somebody, and then have over $400,000 in GoFundMe to support him. Folks, this is a story that can go two ways. Was it self-defense? Is it really so-called what we call murder in the first degree? The twin that he killed name was Austin. Okay, Austin Metcalf. What we're going to have to do, besides us making our assumptions, there's going to have to flat out be people there that was under that canopy, witnesses that saw it, witnesses that heard it, people that seen it unfold to tell the truth. I'm keeping it completely real with y'all. Just go with me here because I can paint some different scenarios for you guys, okay? Austin Metcalf, I wish was still here. I wish that Karmelo Anthony never got into this incident, but the point is it happened. Now, with that being said, Austin Metcalf, look how they painted him. They're painting both of these young men the same way, but then some are trying not to. They're saying Austin Metcalf was a very good student, very nice, very outgoing guy, smart, very good athlete. They're saying the same thing about Karmelo Anthony. He was a smart kid, outgoing, fun, loving. Now the questions are going to come to where y'all will say, why in the world would he bring a knife? Was he looking for trouble? Listen to me while I'm telling y'all this. We don't know. But if you and I right now, listen to what I'm saying to you guys right now. Listen to what I'm saying to you. How many friends did y'all know brought a knife to school? Sometimes it just was the coolest, y'all. I'm just being real with y'all. I'm just being real. I had a lot of friends that brought a knife to school. How many times have y'all been in class where y'all, they caught Andy Sturgill, and Andy Sturgill was a white guy. They caught Andy Sturgill with a knife. Oh, they caught Darian with a knife. Oh, they caught Andrew with a knife. Oh, man, they caught Dave with a knife. They caught Derek with a knife. They caught Tanya with a razor. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. How many times have you heard about somebody bringing a knife to school and getting caught with it, and then it got confiscated, the parents got called? It happened all the time. So what I'm saying that for is, for those people that want to drop a narrative a little bit and to say, why this boy bringing the knife to school? He was looking for trouble. I can't say that. I can't say that he was there looking for trouble. I can't say that he wasn't there looking for trouble. But the point is, he had a knife on him. Okay? Get that point out the way. What unfolded between Austin and Karmelo under that tent, the witnesses know this, but we all know this. If Austin did approach him and put his hands on him, and then for him to tell him, touch me and see what happens. I don't know what happened after that, but then after that, this is what the report is saying. Then it says, punch me and see what happens. I don't know what happened. And a lot of people there's different testimonies. If Austin put his hands on him and Karmelo stabbed him, guys, I'm just telling y'all right now, this is going to be something that's going to have to be thoroughly looked at in such a unbiased, not going into it with an already made up mind type way. Because they said that Karmelo was invited to be under that canopy. That whoever it was that didn't want him under there, Apparently, Austin tried to move him from there. So some people look at this and said, this is murder in the first degree. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, and it's not me saying this to be in a condescending way. Make sure you guys, if you're on the phone right now, double tap the screen so I can get a thumbs up. If you're watching this right now, click the thumbs up button for me to help, it just helps the channel. It's free to do it. But anyway, what I was going to say, I watch a lot of, true crime stuff. In order for this to be first degree murder, Karmelo had to have been intentional in coming there with a plan on definitely harming somebody with a knife. I'm just throwing y'all scenarios out right now. I'm not telling y'all, whoa, this is what I think. This is what I'm just throwing y'all scenarios out right now. Okay. There's things called stand your ground. Can you say Karmelo was standing his ground? I'm just asking y'all that. I'm not saying this is what I'm saying. There's stories that he was invited over to the tent, and there's stories where he just waltzed over to the tent. They told him to get from under the tent. There's people saying they told him to get from under it. He wasn't budging. There's stories of his friend invited him over there, and he said, I'm here because my friend told me I can chill under here. It does not matter, guys. When it comes down to it, let's just keep it real. Any of you in here that are any athletes, let's keep it real. By being competitive as an athlete, that we are also competitive with a lot of stuff. We're competitive, not just in sports. We're competitive with our comparison to somebody else. We're competitive with being able to say, I think I can outdo this guy in this, or we're competitive in, I don't care what the situation is. We're just competitive. We want to win. That's how a lot of us are. So when you got two athletes under a tent, is it possible that Austin was like trying to show like, hey, bro, you got to go. Get from under here. Is it possible that happened? I'm asking you guys, is it possible that happened? Is it possible that Austin put his hands on Karmelo the first time and Karmelo said, punch me and see what happens? I don't know what proceeded after that. We're really not getting no clear details, but whatever unfolded after that, it led to that guy getting stabbed in the heart. How close did Austin have to be in order for Karmelo to stab him like that? Did Austin approach him, touch, and punched him, whatever it may be, to get himself stabbed? Here's the thing, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell y'all right now. This literally, to me, sounds like, I hate that it ended this way, but I'm just keeping it completely real with you guys, and this is my thinking in this case. This is a typical high school fight gone bad. Egos on both sides. Gone bad. Based off of Karmelo's reaction, for one, not running away from the scene, like not running away and dipping off and running to where they can't find him or nothing like that. The cop finds him. He seemed to be, I'm just based off the report, Karmelo seemed to be distraught about what happened. He asked, was Austin okay? I don't know why. You stabbed him. What you think? I get it, y'all. I get it. It's like, you just stabbed somebody. What do you mean, is he okay? Then he stayed there for one, and then he also told the cop, I'm not an alleged suspect. He said, I did it. He confessed to what he did. Now, what I don't like about this whole entire thing is that until we see that footage of those high schoolers that were there, hear those testimonies, let's keep it real. All of us can do is assume. Y'all can disagree with me on this. It's completely fine. You can say Karmelo did this on purpose. This is in the first degree. You can say, oh, no, nope. It's a wrap. He murdered that boy. He's thugging out. We can all make those assumptions. Okay? We don't know yet. At the same time, I'm just asking y'all to think. Is it possible that although Austin was a phenomenal now come on with a phenomenal y'all, I was a phenomenal athlete. I still am very athletic right now as we speak. Very athletic. Is it possible that Austin had a little bit of an ego? Hey, I'm a big dude. He's an in shape dude. He a top tier athlete. You got an opposing track team there, bro. You got to get out of here. We're gonna push you out, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. From I did track professionally. Okay, at one point, I broke records all through high school. I'm in the Hall of Fame. Look it up, Decatur, Illinois. Look it up. I'm on the Hall of Fame. There's a wall with a bronze plaque with my name on the track and field dedicated to my coach. I'm on this wall. Okay, I'm saying that to say this to you guys. Y'all know how many times we beefed on the track with other track teams? We got in their face after we got done running something like what? I'm just saying. They almost led to some physical fights, but it was all about the competition. Now, what I'm saying that for is this. It literally, in my opinion, is a high school fight that went bad. Can Austin possibly have been trying to get the better of dude, pushing them? You know, got my bros around me and all that. You know, got my friends around me, and I'm not about to let you do this. Is it possible that Austin did that? Yes. Am I saying he did that? No. Is it possible that Karmelo walked under that tent like, man, y'all ain't gonna tell me nothing. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna do my thing. That's what I mean. I'm not leaving. You can tell me to leave. I'm not leaving. Touch me and see what happens. Move me from this tent den. Punch me and see what happens. Is it possible it could have gone that way? Yeah. Is it possible that with Karmelo saying that to Austin, that Austin is sitting there like, well, I'm not a punk either. Like, hey, you under our canopy. This is ours. Okay, go. Now, could those scenarios have happened? Yes. Want me to tell you what happened when we had a scenario like this at the Junior Olympics? You know what we did? Hey, man, what y'all doing? A couple of people came and put their bags by our tent because it was burning up in Houston, Texas. Junior Olympics, burning up. They came and put their bags by our tents, and they wanted to try to get into our tents. And you know what we did? We exchanged words and, hey, dog, go get y'all own thing. You know, look, did y'all even ask y'all come over? Hey, coach, that's what we did. Hey, coach, dude, them under our canopy, can you tell them to move? Hey, go get, hey, y'all, okay, look, we ain't about to sit there and beef with y'all. Y'all trying to play these head games with us and get us off track so y'all can try to beat us in track and field, whatever the event may be. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to go get the officials. Hey, officials, can you tell these dudes to get their bags? This is our canopy. This is our air right now. They see our bags right here. They see our team name and everything on there. Can you tell them to move to get their stuff? Now, they can end up saying that there's been some like disorderly type conduct. They can say improper sportsmanship. The officials can sit there and try to say things like, okay, if you guys don't get up your stuff and move, we're going to suspend you guys for the next track meet. These are different things that they can do. These are some different things they can do. Okay. So with that being said, all I'm telling you guys is there are all kind of different scenarios that we all can draw up. But with the evidence and everything that comes out with the testimonies, all we really can do, even myself, is speculate. Until I see these people get up and testify and say exactly what happened, all we can do is speculate. But I guarantee you one of those scenarios that I just got done telling you guys, I guarantee you one of those scenarios right there played out. Clashing of the egos. Now, if you're sitting there thinking that I'm justifying Austin getting stabbed, it just completely went over your head. Should he have had a knife there? No. Why? Because it's a crime to do it. What I also want to switch over to right now, we're going to change gears, is this. People are coming out and they're saying, is this a double standard? Because look what Kyle Rittenhouse do. We really comparing this to Kyle Rittenhouse? Well, Kyle Rittenhouse did this, and look what they did to him. People had Kyle Rittenhouse back. Are you serious? We're comparing this to Kyle Rittenhouse. Did you not see? First of all, a lot of idiots, and I cover Kyle Rittenhouse case thoroughly, meticulously. I have videos that people don't have. I have videos about Kyle Rittenhouse a lot of people haven't even seen. I'll have videos that people haven't even seen about Kyle Rittenhouse. You can't make no comparison between what happened to Kyle Rittenhouse and what happened to him. Some of y'all gonna try to say, well, Ty, you said that kid shouldn't have had a knife and he shouldn't have brought it there. You guess what? Kyle Rittenhouse shouldn't have had the gun, and yes, he should have. Do you understand the laws? Kyle Rittenhouse did not take a gun across state lines like they claimed he did. He didn't do none of that. Kyle Rittenhouse was not even from there. He's from Kenosha. Do you know that Kyle Rittenhouse I told people Kyle Rittenhouse's aunt, his father, and I think his grandma stayed in the very town, the city where this happened at. What do you mean he's not supposed to be there? He visited his dad across those state lines all the time. So what do you mean he's not supposed to be there? Not only that, Karmelo Anthony was not running away from attackers, you idiots. We have video evidence of Kyle Rittenhouse being chased. Almost got kicked in the head, then almost got shot in the head. And he defended himself. We have video evidence of that happening to Kyle Rittenhouse. So to even act like this is a comparison is really ridiculous. If you can watch that whole video on Kyle Rittenhouse and still conclude that Kyle Rittenhouse is somehow a white supremacist murdering white kid, you just playing the game. That's all. You're just playing the game. You are choosing to be stupid. Plain and simple. There is no way that this is the same exact thing. There's no way that you can make a comparison between the two. Because Kyle Rittenhouse was being chased. Karmelo Anthony was not being chased by a mob of people. By the way, at first y'all came out saying that Kyle Rittenhouse was a white supremacist because he shot black people. Black Lives Matter want to march, and everybody that Kyle Rittenhouse shot was white. Everybody that Kyle Rittenhouse shot was white. Right? So this is not a comparison. That is actually just a dumb thing to do, but I know why they brought it up. You want to know why? Because this is nothing more than for a whole lot of race baiting opportunists to jump in on this. Y'all got y'all white killer who got away with murder. We got our black killer that got away with murder. Y'all are stupid. I don't care who you are. That is absolutely stupid. Well, they let Kyle Rittenhouse get away with it, so why can't Karmelo get away with it? Are you serious right now? They let that white boy do that. Why come we can't? That is crazy. So in this case, in my opinion, when it came to Kyle Rittenhouse being chased, self-defense. In Karmelo's case, I told you guys before, they can say that this is possible self-defense because I'm telling y'all, I'm from the street, I'm from the hood, okay? And I'm not justifying what Karmelo did at all, but I can tell you this right now. When you grow up in the hood, come from the ghetto, if I feel like somebody is, and this has happened, trying to bully me, that's what we do. Touch me again. No, touch me again. No, please touch me again. That's what a lot of people, when somebody's telling you that, I'm just letting y'all know, and I'm not justifying this. I'm just telling you. When somebody tells you, touch me again, that's almost indicating that you were touched before. And then you say, punch me. No, punch me again. No, touch me. No, come on. Please touch me. That person is letting you know that something is about to go down. That's all I'm telling y'all. Am I justifying it? No. So, but what I am saying is that after Karmelo did say, touch me and see what happens. And then whatever happened at that, punch me and see what happens. Warning shots. If it comes to fruition that Austin did push him and then he say, punch me, see what happened, and Austin did try to do something else, guys, I'm just telling y'all, do not be surprised that it's a good chance that it could be a self-defense thing. Am I saying this right? No, but I'm just telling y'all based off of what we know in the world is a good chance that it could be a self-defense case. And I'm going to just keep it real with y'all as well. Told you, this is like a typical high school fight that went wrong. When it all comes down to it, and y'all can be pissed at me all y'all want to, I don't care. You shouldn't be touching anybody anyway. And some of y'all who don't have the intellectual capacity to see through what I'm trying to say right now, you guys might try to take this like I'm justifying what Karmelo did. I am not. But I'm telling you, those of you that have gone to speaking events and you've seen me speak, do I not say to the crowd, hey, y'all can cuss me out. Y'all can call me names. I say this. Some of y'all are in here right now that saw me speak before. I was just at the Charlie Kirk event with a lot of people there, a lot of crazy left loonies. I was there. I said, guys, y'all can cuss me out. Y'all can call me the N-word. You know what? That stuff doesn't even bother me. But if we're not going to have a logical conversation, try to arrive to a conclusion, I'm going to be done talking to y'all. But at the same time, I seen what y'all done to other people. Just do me a favor. Don't touch me. You feel me? I'm saying, yes, I can be very professional. I can switch up. I'm from the streets, from the hood. And I'm just letting you know, we can disagree, we can argue, we can blah, 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 but just please don't touch me. Because if you touch me, you don't have any say so on what I do to you after you touch me. And some of y'all are going to take what I said right now and y'all going to do what y'all do. Y'all going to try to twist this around. MRM is defending that dude murdered. No, I'm not. I'm not defending anything. What I am telling you is that if someone says to you, don't touch me, don't put your hands on me, and just like this, touch me again. Punch me and see what happens. Touch me and see what happens. The reason why I'm telling you guys is because I cannot be a hypocrite to this. At those speaking events, tell me that's not literally what I say. Hey, say what y'all want to about me. That's cool. We can go back and forth. Just don't touch me, because if you touch me, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to defend myself. And I don't care if I bite I say this. I don't care if I bite your face. I don't care if I I don't care if I bite your nose. If we locked up, trust me, I'm going to bite your lip and try to pull your lip off. This is what I say to people at speaking events. And people just go, oh my God, Ty, so great. No, I'm just letting you know. I'm just keeping it real. Just don't put your hands on me at all. So what I'm saying, folks, if there are any witnesses that may have been there, I don't know. I'm trying to reach out to some of the people that actually were witnesses there. If there are any witnesses or there that saw this, somebody can come forward and tell this. The police them say they have body cam footage. They're not exactly telling us what that footage is. I don't know. Is it possible that Karmelo Anthony could have been the whole time amping this whole thing up, going to 10? What y'all looking at? Yeah, I'm under y'all 10. So what? Y'all not gonna do nothing about it now. What? So what? Touch me. Do something. I mean, it could have went that way. I'm giving y'all all scenarios so y'all don't try to make it seem like it's just a one-way thing. See what I'm saying? You cannot tell people to touch you and see what happens if they make you the aggressor. No. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You got to understand it. When somebody's saying like, touch me again, they're telling you don't touch me. I did it. You know what I did? I did the same exact thing with my sons. Whenever my sons would like possibly do something, guess what I would say to them? A lot of times I say, don't you do it again. But you know what I said again? I'd be like, do it again. Watch what happens. Pick up a rock again and watch what happens. Come on, y'all. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that talk to my kids that way or something like that. Hey, do it again. No, do it again. They know that if they do it again, then some trouble's going to happen. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, guys, this sounds like it's going to go all kinds of different ways. And I hope with the current conditions that, guys, seriously, quit trying to turn this into a race thing. I mean, quit trying to turn this into a race thing. And that's what a lot of people are going to try to do. Y'all going to try to turn this into a race thing. I know what y'all going to say. Trust me. I understand with the conditions that we're coming out of right now. I understand how some of you guys will say, if this was the other way around, if this was a white dude going underneath the tent of another track team and a white dude stabbed a black dude, all hell to break loose, BLM and be right back out. I know y'all would say that. Now, the question got asked to me, Ty, what if Karmelo was your son? You really want to know? You really want to know what would happen if Karmelo was my son? First of all, I'll keep it real. I would have so much sympathy. I would empathize with my son, and that would be probably the biggest determining factor. My sympathy, my empathy, my feeling for my son, knowing he just killed someone, knowing he just did what he did. Me having so much feeling for my son would be a huge determining factor for me beating him. I know some of y'all don't believe in spankings and stuff like that. I get it. Now, when I say beat him, y'all, beat him, y'all know how people be like, oh my God, my parents are going to kill me. They're not really going to kill you. They just know that you're going to be in big trouble. What I'm saying that for is that knowing that my son just ended somebody's life and what's going through his head, me feeling that would be the determining factor for my son really getting it from me. Because number one, what the freaking heck are you doing bringing a goddamn on knife to school and to a track meet? What the freak? See, but you can't come at them like that, even though I would want to. But knowing that he just ended somebody's life would make it hard for me to come at him like that. I won't be able to come in and be like, what was you thinking, son? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? It'll be hard to come at him like that because of the fact that he ended somebody's life. Now, if Austin would have lived, my son, it would have been over. My son would have caught complete hell. If Austin lived, my son would have caught all hell. Bringing a knife. And then what did I teach you about de-escalating the situation? What was you doing in their tent anyway? As a father, this is me. What was you doing in their tent anyway? Well, when they told you to get out, why didn't you leave? So you let your ego get you in trouble. Then you see that's the father that I am. Not saying that that's what happened, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you. Whoever asked me the question, what would I do as a father? You just got my answer. I'm just keeping it real. But the thing is that too many people have turned this into a race thing. And it's sad. People are capitalizing off of this. People are unfortunately, this is just one of these scenarios in America right now that's just going to cause for another reason to put some crazy talking points across the news, across The View, across all these other places, and they're going to use this fire right now to keep the race stuff going. And the unfortunate part about it is that Karmelo them got to be the reason why it happened, because nobody can sit there and say that Austin was racist, or they can't even say that Karmelo was racist. You can't say any of that. But what we do know is that the media them are going to capitalize off of this and make it their own thing. Now you're going to have people out there. Y'all, listen to me. Some of y'all don't get this. You understand the pressure that's going to be coming? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in the future with Karmelo, but can you imagine the pressure that young man is going to be on? Not knowing somebody's going to be out to harm him. He got to deal with that the rest of his life. He's going to deal with the rest of his life of possible. I'm just keeping it real. Brothers, sisters, y'all know y'all. If he does get off, you guys are going to go around, hey, that's what I'm talking about, bro. You did your thing, man. You did your... Guys, that's what's going to happen. Not even really knowing what type of pressure this can put on him and how this is going to make him feel. Some of y'all going to make videos, Karmelo, good for you. You stood your ground. We tired of these white people doing this. Some of y'all are going to be doing stuff like that. This boy is going to have a lot of stuff to take in as a young man. So now with that being said, let's move on to another spot in this, folks. People are pissed off because he posted bail. The judge lowered the bail, and Karmelo is out free right now. And people are pissed off. People are mad at him. But what I want to tell you, whether you agree or disagree, Karmelo didn't get himself out of jail. Karmelo didn't set the bond. Karmelo didn't make that judge set bail at that lower price where they were able to pay out. Some of y'all will say the family right now are going to be capitalizing off of that GoFundMe like for almost $500,000. And here's what the family had to say about it right here. The family of the teen who fatally stabbed a 17-year-old boy in Texas plans to use his $400,000 legal defense fund to move. Oh, really? Y'all, it literally just said this crash. Get the heck out of here. No, it didn't. This says Anthony 17 was in court, blah, 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 blah. It says during the hearing, prosecutors asked his father, Andrew Anthony, why he could not use the more than $415,000 in donated funds for his son's defense to pay the original $1 million bond, which was reduced to $250 on Monday. Okay. Andrew Anthony said the fund was used for Anthony's legal defense, but he also disclosed that the cash would be used for security and to help the family move after the threats they have allegedly faced since the ending of that young man's life. Is what this says. The revelation comes after a spokesperson for the family said they can't leave there after their address was leaked online, leading to graphic and racist threats, which included images of black children with knives stuck in their head. Anthony's attorney, Michael Howard, said regarding the money, it would be disingenuous to say that there isn't money, but it is not a bond fund. The family needs to be able to survive. That part, I don't know what he means. I guess when he said survive, he's talking about getting security, possibly moving. Anthony's attorney, the accused teen killer is expected to post bond later Monday, yesterday, will have to wear an ankle monitor and won't be able to leave his parents' home without permission from Judge Angela Tucker. The teen wore a gold jumpsuit, handcuffs, and chains as he watched defense lawyers argue he acted in self-defense. I told y'all they was going to say that. I told you. Every Texan has a right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life. Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us, Howard said, as reported by the NBC DFW. There are two sides to every story. Howard said he is not ready to disclose why Anthony brought a knife to the track match. Anthony's father was also questioned in court over the incident in the teen's high school back in February that involved an altercation of assault. It's not clear whether Anthony was an aggressor, victim, or witness in the incident, which was handled internally by Frisco's independent school district. The defense also questioned Anthony's father, who said his son is an A student and captain of a football and track team at the high school. Anthony was described as the oldest of three children who had never been arrested before Metcalf's murder. He was the captain of his football and track team at school and worked at Foot Locker, as well as a second job at H-E-B supermarket prior to the stabbing. His father said he was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but the family moved to Texas a few years ago for a better life. The father added that he took a leave from his job as a finance manager in a car dealership following the incident. Metcalf killing also divided the Frisco community and the nation at large. See, this one I don't like. I don't like when they throw things out there like that. They said it divided. The spokesman for Anthony family previously forced to deny the accused killer had been bullied by Austin before the fatal confrontation at the match. The two boys had never met one another prior to the horrific stabbing. I told y'all this sounded like the typical ego high school fight that went bad because old boy pulled out a knife. Now, streetwise, some of y'all are trying to say things like growing up in the hood, man, you fighting dirty. Man, you a boop. You gonna bring a knife? Why? Because you can't throw them hands? So you a coward. You punk, you gonna pull out a knife? This is what I'm just telling y'all. Go with me here. I grew up around this stuff. I'm just telling y'all how a lot of this stuff goes. Clashing of the egos, clashing of the testosterone, athlete to athlete, a competition. They clash. High school fight going bad and turn into a huge racial issue now, which it really is not. We can just look at this and say it was just bad. It don't matter whether it was black or white. It does not matter. This is a high school fight gone bad. People acting like he said, come here, hood. No. The spokesman addressed the community after some of Anthony's online supporters claimed there was more to the story of the stabbing and said without evidence, the teen had been bullied, which they said he wasn't bullied because they never met each other, never seen each other. This is how stuff can just go bad. The report says Austin, listen to this, two students from different high schools began fighting before Karmelo unzipped his bag and reached in, telling Austin, touch me and see what happens. The report says Austin then grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest. Y'all hear that? When he said, touch me and see what happens, then he said, punch me and see what happens. The report says Austin then grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest. Anthony reportedly ran away before being arrested by responding officers. He had apparently told the officer, "I was protecting myself," and he put his hands on me. Anthony won't face the death penalty or life in prison if convicted, as he was a minor when the killing occurred, prosecutor said last week. See? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to sit there and hold y'all out any longer, but I want to give a shout out to Sharon right here. Y'all see it says The Wildest Wake Up Show. I encourage you guys to go over there, check out his YouTube. I'm pretty sure he goes live a lot more than what I do. I'm doing my best to go live on here a little bit more, folks, but being busy, being in the position that I am right now, being the director and everything, guys, there's a lot of stuff on your plate right there. Okay. So with that being said, folks, after this show ends, y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comment section and everything like that. Some folks wanted me to kind of possibly bring some of you guys up or anything like that, but that's not what this show right here is for right now. So of course, with that being said, y'all know I end all my shows, and I really do mean this. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.